So it's another day, it's grey, it's a little bit nippy today, but it's not due to rain, and we may just see a tiny bit of blue sky later on. Today we're heading off down the A82 along the Lochs, possibly making it all the way down to Fort William. But the day has to start with a car wash, obviously, and I've come to this IMO one here, which is lovely, great prices. And this is the result. So lovely shine, lovely clean. As you can see, Sheila not that impressed about the whole coming to the car wash and having to begin the day with me worrying about how the car looks. But it hasn't been washed since we left, so it's been doing, well, it's done nearly 600 miles now. So I thought, well, let's give it a quick spruce up. We might be taking some pictures, you know, with Nessie and the car. So yeah, I'm just rather impressed with the results of this car wash. So we'll be off heading in this direction, I believe. And as ever, I'll update you as we go. Watch back some of the videos that we've taken so far. They're not the most engaging, I know. But we're doing our best just to kind of capture the feeling of things. So just to recap, it's going to be the Lochs today. Tomorrow we're off to Edinburgh. So that's basically a couple of nights in Edinburgh. We think we might spend a night. But that means that if we do two nights in Edinburgh, then I need to go from Edinburgh to Norwich in one go. Which I'm happy with, but obviously she who must be obeyed. There's only so much I can get away with. So yeah, sitting for hours and hours and hours in the passenger seat with little to do, I understand. So without further ado, let's get this shiny SLK back on the road and cruising again. So, just an update for you. We're now on the A82, and to our left, although you can't see really through the trees, or maybe you can a little bit, is the beginnings of Loch Ness. So this road that we're on, the A82, runs along the side of the loch, and we're going to be heading all the way down to Fort William, which is some 59 miles away. And we'll see how this road gets. I've had a couple of little looks on Google Street View. A friend of mine described it as his most favourite road in all of the country. It's quite a nice flowing road, 60-mile-an-hour speed limit. It's not busy at all. And now coming here, Loch End. Works well, doesn't it? What should we call this place? Well, it's at the end of Loch Ness. Loch End, great name. We might get some better views for you in a minute. And there we do. It's one of those roads, though, as a driver, where you're constantly just like, quick glance, concentrate on the road, quick glance. So there'll be some pulling in at some stages. But yeah, as I say, it's a nice flowing road, and it's good to see that the VW up in front is not dawdling either. General feeling about driving in Scotland is the Scottish maybe not the most decent drivers, especially at roundabouts, I've noticed. Yeah, here's a bloody. That's how you do that. Right, let's get out and have a look. So we just pulled over here, and I present to you the beginning of Loch Ness. And I believe that this road, we will explore it further. This is the A82. We'll get down and much more level with the loch. We've only just set out and we're heading all the way down to Fort William, and it really is quite stunning, the scenery here. You've got the water, the hillside, the trees, and just for that period of time, quietness on the road as well. Good old Radley Bob. We've made it to Loch Ness. So if you were to hire a boat from the likes of Cali Cruisers, which is just up there, you would have worked your way down and then out and onto the loch. So this is something you don't see every day, an AA box. There's a few left around the country, and there's this particular one here, which I haven't actually tried the door on. I will in a moment, but it's not got the original lock on it that would have had the Yale style key, and in fact you can see it's already locked, and that's all buggered and broken off. So there we go, sadly. Sad, but at least still surviving nonetheless. And I remember my father had a key still when he first joined the AA. He was given a key, and as a child there was a couple of occasions when we'd go somewhere and find that sounds like a plane I would love to see. That sounds old, but we can't see it. But we'd find one of these every now and again. There used to be far more back in the day, and you know, open it up and see what was in there, usually devoid of everything. But I just thought I'd have to just stop and have a quick look at this. Loch Ness Lodge and Hotel there, which looks lovely as well. My overall impression of this place though is one of great beauty, and when there's not cars coming down this road, when it's just quiet, it really is something special. And the greenery, and alright, I'm fortunate that right now it's a dry day, it's quite mild at the moment, and for those watching on the SLK forum know the roof is up because it's not that warm, and we're just enjoying the roof up for now. So yeah, so as the traffic comes I'll shut up talking, but the point of this was one of these rare boxes. So we've now got the top down, as you can see. I thought I'd take this opportunity and 30-mile-an-hour stretch to do the filming because there's this wind noise. So we've stopped off for the souvenirs, and we're just having a relaxed day. We're not quite sure if we're going to get all the way down to Fort William. I think we will. It's another 50 miles, but
go straight on for 1 hour and 12 minutes to A82.
There we are, pretty much an hour and 12 minutes. You heard that. It's not too bad, I must admit. I did worry that the Loch Ness thing would get a little bit too much and a bit too chintzy and touristy. There are far worse places in the world that sort of do that. They've sort of kept it under control. So there we are, back up to 60, and we're going to enjoy the rest of our time, and we're going to be making our way back closer to the actual Loch Ness. So although we're stuck behind this van, what a road this is turning out to be. It's a real driver's road, these sweeping S-bends. It's relatively smooth, the road surface. Plus you've got the great view. And in a car like this, roof down, Yeah, this is what it's all about. It could only be better if the van in front wasn't in front, but he is, so that's what it is. But kind of, you won't be able to tell on the camera, but from our ears you can really hear the exhaust note out the back when you know, especially coming out of corners and stuff. And what a fabulous little car this is. It's tiny. We parked up in the car park, and you know, you see the other cars around it, but it is comfortable, and it just brings a smile to my face all the time. And I'm so pleased that we brought this now and not the X5. Good to see the crew there doing their things, pulling the ropes and off out into the big wide yonder. How exciting. So we're just 9 miles from Fort William. We had a nice little stop for lunch at Fort Augusta, or Augustus, and what a lovely road this has been. The other side, we've just been over there, Lochie. I have to say, the chap in the hired transit van in front, we've all slowed down now because of other cars, but has been doing a great job of, he's not quite got it on the hills, but round the bends and stuff. Yeah, those that are on board that minibus, I think in fact have been hanging on a bit. But look at this landscape opening up before us now, absolutely fabulous. So well worth coming up, well worth for the drive, and we've got it all to look forward to again, going back. Just coming up to Speen Bridge, the big downhill. Showing you that even with an auto box you can just manually change down and use some engine braking rather than just friction braking all the time. Here we are. This is Speen Bridge. Follow the road round again. Just 7 miles and now to Fort William. Place I've always wanted to visit back in the day of the old, I don't know if it's still done, but signalled by radio control, and the old Class 37s that used to West Highland route or something. And my father and I were going to come up here. I I see that the BMW M3 and Mini Cooper that both overtook on double lines and on a bend as well have got just 2 cars ahead of us, so that risky driving got them absolutely nowhere. So we will update you as and when, but we've all slowed down now, it's all a bit pedestrian. More as it happens. So I can't remember if I filmed anything in Fort William. It's an okay place, seems quite a lot of bars and places to drink and eat and stuff. Quite busy as well though. Pleased to be back out the other side, and now we're on the A82 heading back. I was going to try the more inland East Coast way, which is a B road, but having a look at that on the map, realising that would add extra time and distance to the journey, so we're back onto the way that basically we came, and it's not too busy. I did worry that at the time that we're coming back now, everybody would be sort of heading back, and people that, you know, locals and stuff, but yeah, it's not too bad. So overall it's been a good day of exploring. I'll be pleased to get back to the hotel and have a rest. We'll have to figure something out for dinner that's maybe make use of the last day of the Eat Out to Help Out scheme, and then tomorrow it's a rather long drive to Edinburgh, but it's been a flying visit to the Highlands, but nonetheless a good one. Makes me smile when people sort of say, oh, you've got to go here and check this out and do this, and I'm not quite that normal with my touring. It's like, yep, right, I went to Fort William, bought some shower gel, some milk, water, coffee, and then decided, okay, that's enough for Fort William. So as long as I've seen it with my own eyes, saw the top of Ben Nevis from a distance, so ticked off that. Loch Ness, touched the water in Loch Ness, ticked off that, all good. And just to tell you that since leaving Norwich we've done 677 miles, and the car has ticked over to 78,000 miles just earlier on today actually. So yeah, that's about it for now.